Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back putting a positive spin on Open Water 3, Cage Dive. Jason and I watched the first Open Water together and discussed it during Bravo's Scariest Movie Moments Challenge. Then we watched Open Water 2, Adrift, and gave it a positive spin. So with Open Water 3, Cage Dive having an even lower IMDb score, we decided we should give that one a positive spin too. All three Open Water movies are included on this 3-film collection Blu-ray. Open Water 3, Cage Dive was released in 2017, and it has a 4.2 out of 10 score on IMDb. This was a first-time watch for both Jason and me. He thought he had seen it, but about 5 minutes into it, realized he hadn't. We both had no idea what to expect, other than the fact that a lot of people seem to hate it. Big surprise. We often wonder why some people even bother watching movies, since they seem to hate everything. And God forbid we enjoy it. Ho ho no, that is a no-no. Of course, that's why we created this positive spin series in the first place. There is plenty to enjoy about Open Water 3. In fact, it's close to being my favorite in the trilogy. I said in the Open Water 2 Adrift positive spin video that I prefer that one to the original. And I just might prefer Open Water 3 to the first two. It is close though. Open Water 2 still might be my favorite. Regardless, Open Water 3, Cage Dive, really impressed me. Let's get into my list of positives for this one. By the way, guys, it actually feels nice to say good things about movies. Positivity is a good thing. I love the location of Open Water 3. It was filmed on location in Australia. It's shot documentary style, or mockumentary style, or sharkumentary style. It's found footage done right, and done well. The three main characters are pretty realistic. The female lead is nice to look at. That's a positive. I really love the reality show audition tape concept. I thought that was unique. Basically, the reason why this movie is found footage is because the characters are documenting their adventures as an audition tape for a reality show. Early on in the movie, there are scenes set at a carnival, so that's a big positive for me. I love carnival settings, as most of you probably know by now. Without giving too much away, I like the B storyline relationship drama. That adds an additional layer to the film. I like that the movie counts down the days up until the cage dive. It's building suspense that way. And I like that one of the characters has a protective mother who doesn't want him to do it. Mother knows best. Also, because the movie is shot like a documentary, it builds the suspense through the interview. There is good underwater footage in this sequel. That's a positive. The huge wave scene is a huge positive because it's a significant event in the movie. I love the way that was shot. A big reason I love that so much is because it's not human error this time, like in the first two open water films. It's nature. Sometimes things just happen. Things go wrong, and accidents occur. You can do everything right and still end up in danger. Unlike the first open water, the sharks are a threat immediately in this one, due to the circumstances. The characters were obviously cage diving in shark-infested waters. I love how the sharks pop up unexpectedly. And the shark attacks in Open Water 3 are brutal. It's pretty terrifying when that first guy gets eaten. The sharks in this film aren't just looking for bites. They want breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because this film is found footage, you almost feel, even as the viewer, that you're submerged in the water with the characters. One of them is filming everything, and the sound is muffled at times. It just feels real. That's definitely important in a found footage film, so that's a big positive. Open Water 3 Cage Dive definitely succeeds in that realism aspect. The movie keeps cutting back and forth to news footage covering the events. I like that. There's an extra threat level with one of the characters who has a medical condition, as if things weren't bad enough, right? There is a false alarm at one point, which I won't spoil, but that's a positive too. Open Water 3, like the first two, features another night storm and another positive. Speaking of night, it's pitch black in this film. At least the camera has night vision. Again, because of this, you feel like you're there with them, because you're seeing what they're seeing, how they're seeing it. Some might say, well, it's too dark to see anything. But that's the point. That's exactly how it would be if you were out there too. Without giving too much away, I love the life raft. That added a whole new dynamic to these movies. Open Water 3 found a way to do different things, and it would have been so easy to just do the same stuff over again. Instead, it manages to be original, and that's a huge positive. One of my favorite sequences is when they find another survivor, and what happens immediately after. Wow. As if the first two Open Water films weren't mean-spirited enough, Open Water 3 upped the ante. I love the timing of a certain dramatic reveal. Oof. And I like that the camera keeps showing the battery level. You're almost counting down to the end. Which brings me to the short montage at the end, which is another positive. Open Water 3 Cage Dive is fast-paced and has a very short runtime of approximately an hour and 12 minutes before the closing credits begin. And one last positive I'll mention is the song that plays during the closing credits. I liked it. I'm not understanding the hate for this one. Once again, guys, help me out. What is so bad about Open Water 3 Cage Dive? Tell me. Comment below and let me know. I personally loved it, but you don't have to agree. This is just my positive spin. Be sure to check out Jason's as well. To which hated movie will we next give a positive spin? Check back soon to find out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.